Hi, I'm Naomi Jean, and with a group of 7 artists, right now we are forming Hers Is Ours. So Hers Is Ours works on the issue of violence against women and raise awareness on gender discrimination via art project. And so the Outsider Moving Art and Film Festival is one of our projects. So we go around Rajasthan and we cross 18 locations and we bring art workshops, film screenings to talk about marginalization, inclusion, and femininity. So the idea is just to gather artists from India and local communities and to talk about menstruations, taboos, and any marginalized identities, LGBTQI, women groups, and because we are talking about inclusive intersectional feminism, we also cover the topic of like the discriminations against caste, class, sexual orientations, age, etc. What we bring is just like we break the taboos which are based on stereotypes. So any stereotypes against girls, any taboos they encounter, that's what we talk about via art. So as basic as menstruation, all the taboos related to menstruations, to sexuality, desire, their own body, about also their health, that's what we cover. So, so far when we encounter people, like we have such a nice welcoming feelings. I think that so far like it's been happening super well. We talk about the it's not so much about the discriminations that are happening in the community, like we're not blaming. The idea is to sit down with the communities and both share what kind of discriminations we all experienced. So the discriminations we still see in the communities we see in Rajasthan is like there's a lot of segregations, like it is still women who take care of the households, who still take care of the children. They don't really have a lot of space in the public sphere, like they don't really go to work and they don't get any earnings out of taking care of the households. That's one big, I think. There's also a lack of educations for child girls, for sure. And then unfortunately, but that's not something I've witnessed, unfortunately there's big cases of feminicides. So the girls and a lot in Rajasthan are discriminated from birth. But that is not something we personally encountered. That is just something we keep hearing about. Absolutely. I don't think that any woman in the world, unfortunately, can say that they've never suffered discrimination. So definitely, like I've encountered violence, and that is why also like we all relate very closely to the issue of violence against women. So the idea is not to talk about violence in India. It's to talk about violence against women as a worldwide issue. And so we create parallels between the West and the East, and that is why we are an international crowd, like that I'm French and that they are Indians, and we have other nationalities involved. Indian woman, I think for women in general, for women in general. Okay. Via art, personally, I learned to channelize that anger against men, against violence, against whatever discriminations. I learned how to channelize it via art and to learn inner healing. So that feminism for me at first it's a fight within, it's not a fight against, and so it's a message for both men and women. It is like we are all fighting one system just to learn to be together peacefully. No, there is a lot of differences in the effects, which means like it will take different forms, but the roots are very much the same. The roots, it's a hierarchy. Like if you're born a girl, on the social scale, you're already born lower. And then to this, you add the skin colors, you add caste, religions, and every time you go lower. So the roots are the same everywhere in the world, but the effects will be different. I will give you one example. In India, we will expect women to be modest and to cover themselves. In France, we will expect women to be to be sexy, and so we will ask them not to wear too loose clothes, but the roots of it is exactly the same. It's objectification of the body. So on one hand, in India, we are scared of seeing woman's body, and in France we want to see woman's body, but the idea, the roots is exactly the same. The fact that we are sexualizing the woman's body, objectifying the woman's body, like, oh my god, this body, like as if as men we cannot control ourselves seeing a woman's body. Did it come across? Yeah. Unique point, I don't think we are unique in any way, and the beauty is not to be unique. The beauty is that we all bring a little drop in that big ocean, and we're all helping each other because the work is very vast. But still, our approach, which is not so common, is very much towards healing. It's a very inclusive feminism. Like, we want to be across nationalities. We want to also include men and women and the LGBTs community. So there is an idea of inclusivity. There is an idea of healing very much. That is why we use art. And I think that is our big difference, is by using art, it's a very strong political and healing tool. And it is not harmful, and it is very inclusive. It can reach anyone. It can reach beyond the language. Like right now I'm speaking English and you speak Hindi, and maybe you don't understand everything I'm saying, or I will not understand everything you're telling me. But if we watch a film, or if we go through, see a painting, and then something will talk beyond language.